Hola, ¿qué tal amigos de Reggae Evolución? Saludos a todos desde la Ciudad de México. Yo soy Mike Dredd, transmitiendo en vivo y en directo una entrevista, la primera entrevista que hacemos desde este portal de nuestra cuenta de Instagram del IGTV Live para todos ustedes. Vamos a presentarles a Michael, es el guitarrista. Michael es un gran guitarrista, un gran músico de los Easy Stars All Stars, y vamos a platicar con él un poquito para que lo conozcan de viva voz y sepan cuál es el meollo del asunto de estas producciones tan enigmáticas que están a punto de venir a mostrar a nuestro país. Así que bueno, vamos a mandarle una request porque la entrevista es un poco breve por los tiempos de los artistas y también por las situaciones de que en punto allá en Estados Unidos, en la parte donde él está, son las 9 de la noche en Nueva York. Así que bueno, vamos a tenerle en vivo y en directo aquí para todos ustedes. Saludos y bendiciones a todos. Por ahí está Hugo Next Sound, Lalo Tintán, en fin, muchas personas conectadas. Saludos a todos, bendiciones, gracias por estar, a toda la gente de Reggae Evolución y a toda la gente que hace posible nuestras transmisiones cada sábado allá en el IMER. Les mandamos un cordial saludo, bendiciones y gracias a todos. Vámonos con Michael. Que ya está por ahí conectado esperándonos. Vamos a ver si se puede conectar para que podamos platicar de viva voz, que lo conozcan, que sepan quién es Michael Goldwasser. Saludos y bendiciones, gracias a todos, gracias por estar. Este sábado nos vemos por allá en cabina con uno de los grandes productores también, Prince Fatty, no se lo pierdan. Por ahí les vamos a tener ya el flyer oficial aquí en nuestras redes. Saludos, gracias por estar, saludos a todos. Perdón si no les respondo a todos el saludo, pero es que a veces salen muy rápido y bueno, aquí se van sumando cada vez más y más personas. Saludos a todos. Le voy a mandar otra request, otra invitación a Michael. Ahí está, vamos a enviársela para que se pueda sumar él al video y podamos platicar con él de viva voz. A nuestra gente de Larga Vida al Reggae también vamos a pegar esta entrevista para que la puedan ver, la puedan disfrutar también y que puedan seguir también a Michael, que es uno de los grandes músicos, el productor. Saludos, mis Adred. Ya está, viene aquí ya Michael, ya está. Saludos a todos, gracias por estar.
Hola.
Michael, ¿cómo estás, Michael? Big up on yourself, King.
Bien. Yeah, big up to you. Thank you for the invitation. And I'm sorry to all your viewers that I don't speak Spanish so well. So
No problem, Brady. No problem. You are welcome every time. This is your platform. This is your radio show. Reggae Evolution is your place. And anything you want to talk with the people, for the people in Mexico, are welcome every time. See? No problem.
give thanks. Yeah,
Me,
man.
me want to asking first, Braden, thinking back in the days, back in the years when you was a child, thinking thinking how's the first time when you listen the music, how's the music and which music you're receiving for the first time, where into the family, into the church, into the school, where do you receive the first music in your life?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I have a lot of memories of being a child, and with music, it was because of my family. Both of my parents loved music so much. They were not musicians, but we always listened to music. And the first music that I feel like I was aware of, besides them maybe singing to me lullabies to get me to go to sleep,
Yeah.
was jazz. We listened to a lot of jazz, and I remember thinking that so there's a very famous jazz musician. I don't know if your viewers know so much jazz, but there's a Thelonious Monk is a very famous piano player and composer, and one of his songs, it's called Misterioso. It's got a very fun melody, and I didn't know the difference between that and the classic American children's song, Mary Had a Little Lamb. Like, to me, they were just music that I heard, you know, and that's a very early memory for me is even thinking about that. It was just so, jazz was a big part of my life, as was all different kinds of music, but that's really the first exposure, I think.
Okay. Let me try to translate this thing for the Mexican people understand a little bit more, right? Ok, yo le pregunto a Michael, bueno, esta noche tenemos como invitado a Michael, que es una parte muy especial de los Easy Stars All Stars, que es el guitarrista y el productor de esta gran banda, de estos grandes músicos que nos van a visitar este fin de semana en México, en la Ciudad de México. Le pregunto, vámonos a los años jóvenes de tu vida, los primeros años de vida, ¿cuál es la primera influencia musical que tú recibes? ¿En dónde? ¿En tu casa, en la escuela, en la familia? Dice, sí, dentro de la familia. Obviamente mis padres escuchaban música todo el tiempo, no se dedicaron a la música, no son músicos, pero se dedicaron a cantarme canciones de cuna muy, muy bonitas, muy alegres, con las que me arrullaban. También tuve oportunidad de escuchar música jazz con ellos, mucho jazz, que fue lo primero que yo recuerdo haber escuchado y haber deleitado mi oído con esa música. Finalmente, bueno, poco a poco fue avanzando la cuestión hasta que más adelante también algunos familiares que componían algo en piano tuve la oportunidad también de escucharlo y de crecer con esa influencia musical en los primeros años de vida. Now, Michael, me want to asking about what you listen, which music are you listening when you have around 14 or 15 years, when this is the time when the people start to do some sports or some music, their own music for the person, for the people, start around this age. This is the same case of you?
Uh, I started exploring all different kinds of music again because of the influence of my parents. I heard everything, and also growing up in Nueva York, there's all kinds of people, all kinds of music. So you know, I was hearing everything. It was amazing. I grew up in a part of New York called Queens, which is I think it has the most number of immigrants from different countries, any county in the United States. So, so I heard everything. And certainly when I was a young teenager, 13, 14, 15, I was already into reggae, and funk music, R&B, rock music. I listen to classical, all music from all around the world, you know. So and even when I started playing music and had my own band starting at that young age, we played all different kinds of music because I was with other musicians who loved many different things. But I remember hearing reggae at a very young age. I think I was maybe 8 years old. And I remember the exact moment. I was in the car with my dad and we were listening. He was just flipping around on the radio and some reggae came on. I remember, unless I'm making this up, but I really feel like I remember being like, Dad, what's that music? You know, and he said, it's reggae, you know, and I feel like it's a female singer, which is, you know, a little less common. So maybe it was like Marcia Griffiths, you know, or something like that. I don't know, but I still remember that. I feel like that's my first encounter with understanding that reggae existed.
I think was amazing time because you have the opportunity to learn a little bit more different style of music in this age, and because in your country receiving a lot influence for musical influence for different places, and I think in your head, in your heart, you have different style of music, and but you deciding finally do it this beautiful music, reggae, dub music. And are, do you remember when is your first opportunity to do your own music, your own reggae music in your life?
Wow. Well, my band in high school, we played some reggae songs, and I remember I wrote this song that then wound up being on Easy Star's very first album. Like this was music in the 80s, and then we released our first album in 1998. It was called Easy Star Volume 1. And one of the songs on it was sung by Gary Nesta Pine, who also sings Money on our dub Side of the Moon. He wrote a song on this rhythm that I had written when I was 15, so it was pretty cool. Started writing original reggae when I was a teenager.
Yes, definitive. And this is a great opportunity because the Easy Stars go up very quick with this beautiful music, right?
Yeah, well, we started Easy Star Records, myself and three friends, in 1996. And I started working on, the Easy Star All Stars started as just the studio band for whatever I was writing and producing. And it was a bunch of different musicians, depending on the session. And then we started doing some shows around New York. We did a tribute to Augustus Pablo after he passed away because he was one of my favorite musicians. We did a Dennis Brown tribute after he passed away.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, people are no longer with us. We backed up Sugar Minot, may he rest in peace, at a live show in New York. We backed up Johnny Osborne at a show. So we were basically just a New York thing. In 1999, maybe even, I started working on Dub Side of the Moon, just, the ideas. And it didn't come out until 2003. And then at that point, we really became a much bigger thing because people really loved Dub Side of the Moon. And the band was first we started touring around the US and then internationally. And of course, that's one of the reasons why we have an audience in Mexico.
Definitive.
Yeah.
The people in Mexico love it, the music from Easy Stars every time. And when the band come, the people want to stay so close and buy the tickets and stay so close for if the people have opportunity to go to another concert, the people go. And because they love it. In Mexican, Mexican people is very friendly and love it and vibing with the reggae music, no? And because reggae music is an universal language, and the people in Mexico don't speak English, but understand the vibe, feel the vibe with the bass, with the bass line, with the drum set, with all the musicians, and enjoy and vibing with the lyrics and good music like Easy Stars. No? I think it's a great opportunity for the Mexican people have opportunity to go again to see the show, the big show for this band, so special band, right? The name is for real because it's a special group of stars. Yeah. Please let me know how's who who take the decision for do it the tributes of me don't know the the upside of the moon thriller me don't know something about the radio dread who take the decision or you or all full band full group of the musicians have the decision or take the decision for do it these beautiful tributes.
Okay, that's a great question. Those decisions are made primarily by myself and my partners in Easy Star Records.
Okay.
And we spend a lot of time thinking about it. Sometimes some of these albums that we've done, we probably talked about which album we're going to do for a few years before we even make the decision. And then once we decide, then I write all the arrangements and come up with a plan for producing it. And then we bring in the musicians to play the parts as needed. So it's not a conventional band, that everyone is equal and everyone makes decisions together. It's really more, we think of it as a collective, a large group of musicians. Sometimes this person's in the band, sometimes they're not in the band, someone else takes their place. The constant has been me producing all the albums.
Okay.
And there are times when I've produced things as Easy Star All Stars, where I've played all the instruments, you know, but it just, we still want to always brand Easy Star All Stars, you know. So if I do a remix, we might call it Easy Star All Stars, but it's just me. But that's okay, you know.
Yeah.
I'm representing, you know.
Nice. Let me try to translate a little bit more about this part of the interview for the Mexican can understand everything. Yo le pregunto a Michael, ¿cómo es que él empieza a hacer su propio reggae, no? Y me dice, bueno, yo la primera agrupación, la primera oportunidad que tuve de hacer mi música, mi propia música, fue a finales de los 80s, principios de los 90s, en los que yo me incluí con una banda, mi primer banda. De ahí se originó también el contacto para hacer Easy Stars ya en los 90s y poder generar nuestro primer disco, que fue a finales de los 90s, con Dark Side of the Moon. Finalmente ese disco nos catapultó a todos los lugares internacionales. Se gestó como una primera banda de estudio en la que solamente grabábamos y hacíamos algunos shows cercanos a Nueva York. Pero con esa salida de ese disco, de ese álbum, nos catapultó a muchos lugares en el mundo y empezaron a solicitarnos que fuéramos, que entrevistas, que presentaciones, que shows, que showcases, que conciertos en festivales. Y se empezó a hacer de manera más grande hasta ser lo que somos ahora. Somos un colectivo en el que yo le pregunto a Mike que cómo es que toman las decisiones para hacer esos grandes tributos como Dark Side of the Moon, The Dark Side of the Moon, también el disco de Radio Dread, algunos tributos como Thriller y algunos más que han hecho que han sido punta de lanza de ese estilo musical que tienen. Y me dice, somos una especie de colectivo, no somos una banda convencional. Normalmente mis socios y yo, que somos gente que estamos dentro de la banda, tomamos las decisiones para hacer este tipo de tributos, pero siempre hay un consenso de todo el grupo de músicos, de todo el colectivo, para poder hacer la música en general que nos gusta hacer y que estamos conscientes de que esto es lo que queremos y hacia ese lugar es donde queremos llegar y a ese lugar es al que llegamos, aunque a veces se trate de llegar de diferentes formas, ¿no? Mike, me want to asking about now, in the present. Everybody knows the big sound, the big music, the level, the higher level of Easy Stars. And now me want to asking about what is the next step in the career of Easy Stars, because Easy Stars, All Stars, travel all over the world in big festivals and some showcases in a big places, nice places in different clubs in different countries. And now, what is the next step? What do you want to do for this? Keep it, do it a good job into the musical journey, into the reggae journey with the Easy Stars All Stars. What is the next?
Well, the next step is really just to continue doing what we're doing, to keep making these albums. We would love to we do have some album and an EP of original material, and we'd love to do more original material.
Great.
Do more tribute albums, and we want to play for more and more people around the world. You know, what it comes down to is bringing positive vibes and messages of peace and love to as many people as possible, and that's really the greatest blessing that we have as a band, as a collective, as musicians, as individuals. You know, to be on stage and see the people in the audience smiling, whether it's in New York or Mexico or anywhere in the world, and know that at that moment, the sound that's coming from us is bringing joy, or maybe not even joy, but some kind of emotion, some kind of feeling to the people in the audience. It's about connections, and music, as you said before, it's a universal language, and it's also just a very easy way for humans to connect, whether they speak the same language, whether they come from the same place or not. Maybe a rich man and a poor man can connect over the love of the same music. You know, a 5-year-old and a 95-year-old can connect over the love of the same music, of just hearing it at the same time and feeling the positive vibrations. So that's what we want to keep doing, is bringing those vibes to the world.
Yeah, it's a great thing. Let me try to translate this part of the Mexicans. Ok, yo le pregunto a Michael que cuál es el siguiente paso en la carrera de Easy Stars All Stars, porque ellos han hecho muchas cosas, han viajado por todo el mundo, se han presentado en los más grandes festivales, en los más eh, sonados lugares, o los más famosos, o los más concurridos lugares de reggae en diferentes lugares, de dub en diferentes lugares, en diferentes países, en diferentes ciudades. Se han viajado por todo el mundo y su música suena en todos los lugares. Su música gusta en todos los lugares y sus versiones reggae de los tributos que han hecho suenan en todos lados. ¿Cuál es el siguiente paso? Y él me dice, bueno, continuar con la combinación que hemos hecho entre nuestro propio estilo y la música que ya está hecha, haciendo grandes tributos a grandes artistas, a grandes bandas, a grandes exponentes del género. Y finalmente seguir tocando para mucha gente diferente, en donde nos conozcan, donde no nos conozcan, y que nuestra música sea siempre para todo tipo de persona, para gente de un muy alto nivel, para la gente pobre, para la gente de escasos recursos, para la gente normal, para la gente que tiene que escucha reggae, para la gente que no escucha reggae, para toda la gente en general, que puedan escucharnos y que puedan valorar nuestro trabajo en diferentes lugares y a diferentes niveles. Entonces, a mí me parece algo súper noble y súper padre que piensen así en hacer esto, ¿no? Michael, I think you have a special piece of this collective called Easy Stars, All Stars. And what do you think um, about your job into the into the musical movement of Easy All Stars? Let me know, how do you feel about make it your 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 piece of the job into the band? How do you feel? How do you feel if you, because I know you do the things in with a good uh, quality, obviously, because you are a great musician, you're a great producer, but with enough responsibility. Let me know, how do you feel about this?
Well, I do feel there is a big responsibility to do a good job, because when we're doing these tribute albums, where we are translating and reinventing albums that are loved by millions of people, and we have to take that seriously. And I do take that seriously. I want the people who love the original album to see that even if they don't like what we did, that they can see that we respected the original, you know. And also, every time we do this, I'm representing reggae to people who don't necessarily know reggae, or I'm representing, even though I'm not Jamaican, I'm representing Jamaican music, because
Yes.
we involve ska and
Yeah.
and dancehall, you know, it's all connected to me. So we need to do a good job, so that people listening who aren't familiar with Jamaican music will take it seriously, you know. So on both sides, to both audiences, people who know Jamaican music and people who don't, and who are fans of the originals, I have to do a good job. So I do take that very seriously, but I also have a lot of fun with it. You know, I feel good when I'm doing this. Even it's a lot of work to write all the arrangements, figure out how I'm going to record everything, all the production, and then mixing. But I really do enjoy it, because I'm making good music, you know, so it feels good.
Yeah, I think that is a great thing, because you do that you want to do, and but with enough quality, enough responsibility for representing the Jamaican music, right? I know. And let me try to translate this thing for the Mexicans, right? Okay, yo le pregunto a Michael, ¿cómo te sientes de ser parte de este colectivo llamado Easy Stars All Stars, y hacer tu trabajo tan bien, con tanta responsabilidad y con tanto cariño y con tanta calidad, con un nivel de calidad cada vez más alto? Porque ellos empezaron con un nivel muy alto, de producción y ahora están todavía más arriba en cuanto a eso, a la distribución, a la producción, a todo ese nivel que ellos tienen. Entonces me dice, yo me siento feliz de ser parte de este colectivo. Sí hago las cosas con mucha responsabilidad porque estamos representando, aunque yo no soy jamaiquino, dice, yo estoy representando a la música de Jamaica de manera internacional. Entonces tengo que hacer algo de muy buena calidad y representar de la mejor manera en esos tributos que yo estoy haciendo con la responsabilidad de hacerlo lo mejor posible para no dañar ni afectar la parte original de la música que hacemos de estos grandes íconos del reggae. Y obviamente, pues la música que nosotros hacemos, la música original y todo lo demás que hacemos, la distribución, la producción y todo, pues es parte de mi trabajo y me gusta mucho hacerlo porque me hace feliz. Hago lo que yo quiero, estoy haciendo lo que me gusta y finalmente tengo la oportunidad de presentar algo de calidad para todo tipo de gente, que tenga la misma calidad a donde llegue, a cualquier lugar del mundo donde suene Easy All Stars, van a encontrar que es un nivel de trabajo de muy alto nivel también y que tiene un gran talento de cada uno, de la parte de cada uno de nosotros hacia el exterior, ¿no? Mike, the time is over, but me want to say give thanks for the support, for bringing me the opportunity to talk with you about the music, about your real beginning into the musical movement, and and I say give thanks. I have big opportunity for me, big opportunity for Revolution in Mexico to share with my Mexican beautiful people your beautiful talent, your you are a really nice musician, really nice um, producer, but you're a clean vice people too, and this is very important to me. And I want to say give thanks to the people for bringing me the opportunity to do the links for doing this interview. I'm gonna asking two different questions more. The first is very easy, but it's very deep. Please let me know what is your biggest dream into the reggae movement.
Wow. My biggest dream would be for there to be reggae music, roots reggae music, on popular radio around the world, and it not be a big deal. It's just normal to
Yeah,
hear quality, roots with quality, as third world would say, on the radio, and that people, unfortunately, in the United States, I don't know how it is in Mexico, there are people who don't listen to reggae, or they only think of reggae as music they might listen to in the summer if they go to the Caribbean or if they're on the beach somewhere, but they don't take it seriously as genre of music like other genres, you know? And I would love for it to be considered just music like anything else. And the good reggae gets recognized as good music. And then some stuff, of course, any kind of music that's not everything's going to be great, you know, but the good stuff will be recognized by people all over the world as being great music, not just great reggae music.
great. Great, man. It's a great message for the brand new generations of musicians, of singers, of artists from reggae music icons. So reggae music, the people who love it, reggae music is a big opportunity to listen and receiving your original message from you. This is a special opportunity for us to talk live and direct with you and the people knows you a little bit more because everybody knows your big job into the band and your big producers. You are a big producer at different things for different people all over the world. I know your job and I say give thanks for your music. Never stop reading. Please never stop because you are working too hard. But you're working with special piece of the reggae music is yours, and that's great, man. That's great because you're working too hard for make it a good things into the reggae musical movement, and I recognize your talent and I recognize your career, and I'll be waiting for you in Mexico,
You
right?
I don't make music to get appreciation, but it is very meaningful when someone who really knows reggae music, like yourself, says that they love the music I've produced. It means a lot to me. So muchas gracias.
No, you are welcome every time, King. And my last question is, do you come this weekend to Mexico?
I wish the answer was yes, Steve, but the answer is no. I'm not. I'm with the band on this trip. I always have a lot of work in New York, so I don't travel as much with the band as I used to. But I'm well represented by everyone else in the band and by this music that I wrote all these arrangements for and came up with the music. So it's like I will be there, just not my body and my face and my.
Yeah, no, in this time,
Yeah,
right?
I'll be there in spirit, and I would so much love to come to Mexico to produce some music. If there's any artists out there who want an international producer, that's the thing I would love to do. So now you know how to find me on Instagram.
Yes, everybody follow. Please let them know at the Mexican people how's the way for staying in contact with you and for the people make it this good feedback from you. Hey, I love your music. I know your job from Easy All Stars and congratulations. Me don't know something about this message and please let me know the Mexicans what is your accounts in different the social media things, right?
Sure. Well, I can be reached at Goldswagger _. So it's GOLDSWAGGER _. I certainly don't know how to say that in Spanish, but
No problem.
there on Instagram and Twitter, X, whatever it's called. On Facebook, I'm Michael Goldwasser. That's my real name, Goldwasser, producer. And then, of course, I hope everyone will follow at Easy Star All Stars and Easy Star All Stars on Facebook and on Twitter, and Easy Star Records as well. The whole Easy Star thing, and then you can learn all the great stuff that's coming out. Records, not just Easy Star All Stars, but like right now we have a new album out with Mortimer, one of the greatest singers from Jamaica, that just dropped this past Friday, and we're always putting out crucial music. So I hope everyone will follow along.
Great. Sounds great. Braden, I'm gonna invite to you for keep it in a contact, keep it linked with us, and when you have the brand new things from the band, the brand new jobs from you, just let me know, Mike. Me want to. I have my brand new music. I'm gonna send it to you, and I will run it for you in this country because the Mexican people love it. Your music.
That's great. Muchas gracias.
You're welcome, King, and hope you so well every time. Give my greetings everybody around you. Give my greetings everybody around the beautiful music from Easy Stars All Stars, and we're waiting for the show in this weekend in the Mexico City, right?
Yeah, it's going to be great. Everyone's really excited. Many of you know we just played in Mexico last year.
Yeah.
Panteon Rococo, and that was
Mhm.
so we're very excited to come back so soon. Sometimes we've played Mexico a bunch of times, but usually you have to wait a few years. But it's so special to be able to go in 2023 and again in 2024. So we're very, very grateful for the opportunity.
Yes, King. We're waiting for this beautiful opportunity to receive and through your person in this country and talking live and direct and say, Braden, you are welcome every time. See?
Give thanks. I hope I'll meet you in person soon enough.
Yes, man. Give thanks, Mike. Big up on
Okay.
yourself.
All right.
This is Mike Dredd, original from Mexico, from Reggae Evolution. Estén muy cercanos a nosotros. Próximamente más entrevistas. Nos vemos el sábado en transmisión en vivo. Esta entrevista se queda aquí para que todos puedan disfrutar la entrevista con Mike de Easy Stars All Stars. Give thanks, King. Big up on
Okay.
yourself every time. Blessings.
All right.